Hello, you guys. It's me, Carly, Mama Manifests. Roxy, the Pleiadian, is also here. I'm not going to be directly channeling her during this message. This is going to be an important message for Starseeds, light workers as well. If you are a light worker, whatever it is, just go ahead and stay and listen to this message. It's been trying to come out. I have been getting clues as to what's going to come out during this message, but I don't know the exact picture, and I don't know. So if you found your way to this message, please, even if some of this is just overwhelming to your human consciousness, I'm being asked to ask some of you to just stay, because it's going to trigger certain things inside of you that you need to hear at this time. It's going to trigger you, and it's going to help you to release things. There's a lot of messages coming out about release here. There's some timing at play here. I don't want to sensationalize it. I don't want to overhype it up. I just want to keep things clear and to the facts and everything like that. I noticed I've seen a lot of messages this morning. There is a lot happening. Everybody that I'm following, in the sector who's a channel of some sorts is definitely coming through with a different version of things, but it's all kind of the same message here. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it and see what these urgent messages are for you guys. But yeah, throat chakra, I'm definitely going through some sort of activation. You guys might be, however that's manifesting for you. For me, I'm like clearing my throat a lot. I'm extremely thirsty, but it's all about sharing our voice with authenticity. That's a very important piece to this puzzle that's happening right now. Also, me personally, I mean, as many of you have seen, I now have ascended to a point where I can channel in the version of myself from the Pleiades, Roxy, if you will. Another thing that's been happening to me is recently, I remembered a past life very vividly. I've been crying a lot, releasing the trauma from that. And so for some of you, that's what's happening. That's what's happening, because we've been incarnating here as starseeds, as light workers for this exact time, right here, right now. We've been incarnating over and over and over again on mission, doing this work. It's been very, very slow. It's been lifetimes. And over those lifetimes, right, the light wasn't as strong. There were fewer of us, So, the dark forces, if you will, were able to interfere, ending things, traumatizing. I'm now getting very dizzy as I'm tapping into this eternal truth. So these are the messages coming through. And, I noticed last night when I channeled Roxy, there was like interference, right? And so I don't know if she has trouble with words or how that's working, but I find it better to get these messages out, at least at this time, just by kind of having her present, having her help me with these messages, but not fully tapping into her consciousness, if that makes any sense, okay? I'm getting very, very nauseous right now. And so for some of you, no, for all of you, there's a purge that's happening. And this purge is these energetic traumas that we've dealt with, okay? That we've dealt with from the past lifetimes. And to release those, right? Like how the ending, it's been ingrained in our DNA. And so it's been interfering with our channel to the divine wisdom of the universe, to the light, because especially since we are here, right? The reason that we needed to incarnate and come on this planet is because they needed a physical vessel to get this information here. I mean, this goes so deep, you guys, like the information, it's been happening so fast for me, and my body's been changing so rapidly, and so much has been happening, like just the remembrance and the understanding, but truly, I mean, just we're freeing the souls on earth. We're changing the timelines here. We're freeing and saving this planet, quite literally. I don't know how else to put it. So let's see what other messages come through. I don't even know where to start here. Let's see, because the visuals are going to trigger certain things in me to remember how to articulate this for you guys. But this is a very important message, right? Like allow the release, allow the purge, allow the remembrance. Like, I know with those Pleiadian messages that came through, they're wanting us to completely, you have to clear your schedule right now, okay? It's so important. I don't want to scare anybody. That's not what my intention is, and there's no reason to be scared, okay? There are magical forces, there's a magical protection around us. Also, that's a message coming through. There's a force that cannot be penetrated, okay? So if you're fearful of anything that's happening right now, just know that you are divinely protected. It's a cloak. It truly, truly, truly is. Nothing can penetrate it, okay? Yeah, here it is. So love will endure, okay? So anything that's you're feeling resentful right now, anything that's happened in this lifetime, right? Especially you have to clear through that to access the other timelines, if that makes sense. You have to clear through this lifetime. So if you're holding any resentment toward, your twin flame, toward soulmates, toward anybody here, right? If you haven't accessed that place of forgiveness, then you are not able to access the other timelines, the other traumas that we have endured, because we're clearing out it all so that way we can ascend and we can raise our frequency. And all of us doing this together, it's happening so fast at a rapid rate. We're literally transforming, okay? And as you see, there's such a water element. I feel like the whales and the dolphins, they've always been so mysterious, and the reason that they're so intelligent is because they've been helping us, right? They've been helping us receive frequencies from the water, if that makes sense, okay? So they're also helping us and tuning in and water cleansing right now, purifying, drinking a lot of water and taking baths. I'm getting nauseous again. Is so imperative. We see it here, okay? And a lot of you, we have the moon on both of these cards because wherever you're at, right? It's all about interference with frequency right now. So you need to be isolated. I can't stress that enough. But on top of it, if you're finding yourself sleeping during the day and then being completely energized at night, it's because the vibrational frequencies around you, those people are in their sleeping state, not interfering with you. And that's when you have the most clear channel. So if you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you're more energized than ever, that's because you're doing very important at that work at that time, and that can only be done in the nighttime hours, okay? So yeah, I don't know if you guys saw, I was uploading signs messages because I was just trying to do my thing, and I was abruptly pulled away from the work that I was doing. I'm not supposed to continue with those each individual signs messages because I'm having to tap into a different frequency while doing those, if any of that makes sense. So I've been stopped from doing that. All of this stuff is so important right now. And again, I just want to stop and take a step back and say, please don't be afraid. There's so many messages of protection. There's magic literally happening right now. The light that we cannot see in the divine realms is there's so much. And I'm not going to pretend that I have all the answers here right now. I get information that I need to share with you guys on a specific timeline, okay? And I'm getting the information, and as I get it, I'm delivering it to you guys as well, okay? So let's see what else is coming out here. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Stay in a place of gratitude, right? These triggers are coming up, okay? If you're triggered right now, you're not doing anything wrong, okay? But I feel for some of you, it's veering you off your spiritual path, starting to question it. And that's the last thing you want to do right now, right? There's situations manifesting, and it might be difficult to be grateful, whether it be, financial, just situations, right? Restrictions. And I see here that there's for some of you, you've turned off this spiritual thing, it's not priority, and gratitude is turned off because the situation's manifesting around you. But I have to tell you that they're manifesting so they can trigger you, okay? We talk about this a lot. They can trigger you so you can release it. I haven't cried, and like I went through many, many months of crying, mourning this lifetime, releasing the traumas of this lifetime, and then I healed, right? Like I was able to ascend to a certain level because I had done the work from this lifetime. Like I accessed that. And now what's happening is I'm remembering past lifetimes. I just remembered one in particular, and I just started crying, because it's been traumatic, right? And a lot of this has to do with another person involved. Okay. So we have this man holding heart, right? Like your divine masculine within you, you know, I don't want to get too much within other people right now. I don't, because like we really need to focus on ourselves, and your divine masculine or your divine counterpart is not in a frequency right now. They're not there. So if you're tapping into that, it's going to lower your own frequency because it's all energy here. But the important part is for you to know that their heart space is being activated right now. If you need to know about that right now, if that causes peace, if that, you know, helps ease this process, know that love will endure. Love is the strongest force. Love is so much stronger than fear, okay? Because we're because we have been energetically for so long on this planet. This planet has been imprisoned, if you will. Fear has been more easily accessible. It's been the quote unquote stronger force, even though it's not. It's not. Okay. Love will endure. Okay, that's all I can say. Divine masculine within you, outside of you, their heart space is being activated, which is also making this process easier for everybody involved. We have the balance and we have the hostilities. Like whatever was out of balance, okay, I think I talked about it and I touched on it, and I was getting that feeling that something's happening in March, right? Like we're moving into March, and there's the biggest shift I think we've ever seen on this planet happening. I'm not going to pretend I know exactly what that looks like. I'm getting day by day information. I'm getting this information in, and again, sharing it with you guys. But everything's been out of balance. We've been in this place of hostility, and as you move in and do your work, okay, again, I'm being, called to turn these right side up because, that's where we are, and that's where we're moving into. But all the hostilities, right? All of that is like, it's going away. It's all balancing out. Like the hostile energy can no longer survive on this planet because so many of us have been doing this work. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. There are so many of us. There is more than that ever have been. And we're raising this frequency, and it's suffocating. It's suffocating any hostile energy. It's suffocating anything that was out of balance. Divine balance is being restored, okay? Divine balance is being restored, okay? All right. Let's see what else. My nose is itching. Workshops and seminars, attending and giving speeches is part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to be open to teaching and learning. And I just feel like every single one of you attending and giving speeches, like you need to be listening to people. Like there's new information trying to come in on your YouTube algorithms. I've been sharing some of it that like I've been like unsubscribing from a ton of channels and subscribing to a bunch of new channels. Okay. And if you're feeling called like I am right now to share something, your throat chakra is opening up. The fear of hiding your voice and hiding who you truly are is dissipating, and you're going to be, and just do it. Like, just do it, because the more you share, the more authenticity you bring, the more free your spirit is to then contact and receive all of this divine information. Okay. That's the message coming off of this card. Very weird. Okay. And then cut the cords. Archangel Michael is working with all of us, okay? I can't express this enough. It's so important. Like, I have been calling on Archangel Michael many times throughout my day over the past couple weeks. He's here, he's strong, and he's taking his sword and like bringing the truth down and cut. Like, we have to be completely autonomous, okay? In our own energy field, at this time. So important, okay? Archangel Michael to clear any old attachments, attachments of fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. Again, this is going back to not only this lifetime. Once you break through the traumas of this lifetime and face the traumas of this lifetime, then you'll be able to access and kind of release the traumas from the other lifetimes that are just inside of you. We've been reincarnating, and that energy and that trauma hasn't gone away. Okay. So that's like so important. And Archangel Michael is here to assist you with that. So the more you call him in, I'm also here. There is Archangel Raphael. Those two angels in particular, at least for the group that I'm reading for, because I don't know how to explain this. Like we all have like different soul family and different information that speaks to us. So the group of you that I am speaking to, Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael, are just call on them, please. Like they're sitting there waiting, but they cannot break through without your invitation. It's just how it works. Like it's free will. We're in a free will zone on Earth. So you have to call them in. Action, 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 action. You have to call them in. Okay. All right. Let's see what these affirmations are. This is the divine feminine. I'm reading for divine feminine energies. We're healing the divine feminine, as the divine feminine has been the suppressed energy, the one that, I'm not saying that divine masculine hasn't went through trauma. Absolutely. Absolutely. They have gone through trauma, lifetime through lifetime through lifetime. But the divine feminine, we're the ones with the voice, and we're the ones like that are speaking up. And it's our voices that at lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, we've been persecuted for speaking our voice. That's why coming out and speaking our voice has been very difficult for us. That's why our throat chakra, which I told you guys is, I've been clearing. If you guys have been doing that, it's because of this. Okay. Whew. Who is it? Who do we have here? Lilith. Okay. Yes. The Lilith. Okay. And this is like that quote unquote dark feminine energy. The first woman. I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. Okay. So for many of you, just by embodying your feminine energy, right? Like in this balanced way, have been persecuted lifetime after lifetime by embodying your sexuality, by embodying your voice, like being called things that you weren't, right? Maybe in a past lifetime, you have been somebody who has spoken up for yourself and then was persecuted for it. Okay. And this is why the trauma is here. Okay. And this isn't like a dark energy. Look at the heart space. Look at where she is. And then we see the moon yet again. So there's a time for the sun and there's a time for the moon. And I just say again, a lot of this work is going to be done. If you're sleeping during the day, please don't be hard on yourself. If it's nighttime, wherever you are in the world, because I know that many of you are coming in from different parts of the world. We have different daytimes, we have different light times and night times. And it's just when everybody else is sleeping around you, or the majority of people are sleeping around you. That's when you're being called to be awake. That's when you're called to, get these energetic downloads, go into deep meditation, candles. Okay. My use of candles has been extraordinary, because not only is water purifying, but fire is purifying as well. So if you're taking those baths, bring in as much fire as you possibly can. Just be safe and be careful with your fire. Fire is a very strong element, but let's practice our earthly safety precautions with that. I don't know why. For some of you, I needed to say that. Oh yeah. So my smoke alarm went off yesterday when I was cooking, and it just would not stop. And then I talked to a friend of mine, and she was cooking that evening, and her smoke alarm also went off. I don't know if this is happening with some of you, but it's the alarms. Like, oh yeah, now I'm remembering. So Roxy, as I watched that video back last night, says there's bells, there's alarms. They're trying to get our attention. Okay. We can be distracted very easily right now, but they're trying to get our attention. And now it's all making sense. Like, it's like, hello, 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 hello. Like my smoke alarm would not, because I was like veering off into this weird space yesterday. And that's not where I'm supposed to be. Your energy and all of that is completely supposed to be in clearing out your vessel, clearing out your temple, right? Your body is your temple, right? We have the temple path in reverse that we saw come out. So it's really important that you are that's your main focus right now, is clearing out your transmission center. Roxy also came through and saying like you are all transmission centers. You went through a certain level of ascension to get to this point, but there's still work to do. There's still work to do. Like you don't just, we can always move higher. We can always ascend higher. And the higher we ascend, the more suffocated this lower level energy will be. And the freedom of the souls, I don't want to get too deep here, but the freedom of these souls is becoming, it's just happening more and more and more and more and more. Okay. And as we liberate these souls, it's just beautiful. Like I don't know how else to explain it, I don't know how else to explain it. And this is the information. There's going to be more information as we come through. I'm just being called, and this is going to be my main focus right now as I'm going through this. It's going to be my main focus. That's it. Like what I'm telling you guys, I'm also practicing in my life right now. There are other things that may quote unquote need attention in your life right now, but it's distraction. I don't know how else to explain it. Like I don't know how else to explain it. Like it may seem like other areas of your life need attention, but it's just a distraction. It's just a distraction. Okay. Take care of what you can. Don't strain yourself right now. Okay. Let's see what else is coming out. I don't know if I'm, okay. Be patient with yourself and be patient with the process. 1 foot in front of the other, 1 step at a time, as you have been taking for this entire journey. Okay. 1 foot in front of the other, 1 step at a time. Patience is required. It wanted to come out in reverse, which is indicating to me some of you are feeling very impatient with this process. And, as soon as you tap into this purification process, you're going to see things so differently than you see them at this current moment. Okay. Let your guard down from any fears, right? Like your perspective here is the higher perspective. Like trust yourself, please. Trust yourself, trust yourself, trust yourself. Okay. We're dealing with broken hearts, not only from this lifetime, but from past lifetimes. The way to release that is through, for some of you, it's crying, but there's many different ways to release. So however you have been releasing, okay. So we have these two right next to each other. Okay. Look at that. The moon again, coming through. Like you're going to be releasing this energy, and it's going to be replaced with new energy in these times. Okay. Then we have the Hanged Man coming out in reverse. Some of you, I just feel this huge resistance to this process. Like you need to kind of be on the post on the tree. Okay. Like to receive it, you have to be still. You have to be in meditation. Like I have been listening to extremely high frequencies of the Pleiadians, look it up. You're going to be guided to wherever you need to go. Okay. But the divine can't get in if you're worried about earthly things, if you're worried about what other people are doing, if you're worried about, if you're in any fear state, whatever is causing this trauma, right? Like it's this fine line. It's this fine line of balance. Like you guys know how to do it. And like the way forward for you is going to be made clear as soon as you take that time and go into meditation. Okay. Then we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So yes. So some of you are still lingering in other people's energetic fields. Okay. And like, again, I don't know how to put this into words. Like, it's just so important for you to be energetically autonomous right now. Now, from this space, can you use your powers, if you will? You have spiritual powers. Each and every single one of you has like a different, very powerful magician-like powers. Okay. For me, like for those that I have been resentful for, as soon as I'm safe and in a space of my own energy, in that full, clear 9 of Pentacles energy, and I've been doing it during the night. I've been visiting different people and blasting them with light. Okay, I've just been blasting it like so hard. Okay, and almost like kind of like I can feel the release happening, but that's only when you're in your own high vibrational frequency can you do that. Can you do that the correct way without kind of jumping into their frequency, if that makes sense? Okay. So then we have, I wonder what this is about. Okay. Yeah. It's, there's just anything that is without that isn't in alignment with love, or it isn't in alignment with this divine blueprint or this divine plan, is falling away. You have went through all of your towers that you need to get up to this point. There are other people around you that are in your soul family clearing this up, and you need to stay away from it. Okay. Some of you are energetically, the reason that you're kind of going back and forth right now and, dealing with a lot of stuff is because you're tapping into different energy fields that are not your own, and you're feeling what they are going through. Okay. Again, I hope it makes sense. I'm not just going to keep repeating myself here. Okay. I love you guys. I know maybe I sound a little bit harsh right now. Okay. That card wanted to come out. Yes. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Again, I'm being reminded to tell you guys that you are divinely protected by the light. You are divinely protected by the light. Nothing can penetrate this. Nothing. Okay? So just feel safe, feel protected, okay? It's so important right now. You guys are empaths, highly sensitives, obviously, okay? You are a transmission center in whatever way, shape, or form that means for you, okay? So if you need to connect with nature, that space is definitely going to be healing for you. Surround yourself with nature's beauty, right? We see her in meditation, all chakras aligning. A lot of us are opening up that higher heart chakra. For some of you, that's where you need to go for meditation. Type it in, higher heart chakra. It's beyond the 7 chakra systems and moving into the 12 chakra systems, okay? Take a break. Nothing needs to be done right now, okay? Except for this, right? And it's counterintuitive to what your earth, your logical brain consciousness is trying to tell you, and that's where the interference is coming in right now, okay? Any other messages from this deck? This deck has been speaking to me so much lately, and it's been like my guiding force, okay? You've been training for this. Some of you, yeah, I mean, you have Egyptian ties, Egyptian lifetimes, and many lifetimes after that that you've been going through here, okay? Ancient Egypt is what I'm picking up off that card, okay? Okay, I don't know why this no card. Yeah, no major decisions right now, please. Don't make any major decisions. No major decisions. Nothing. Wait, postpone if you're getting invitations, if people want to be around you, if you're getting any distractions, you got to say no, because last night I kept pulling this card, okay? And I was like, what is going on? And then my energy center just shut down. I couldn't move. I was so tired. How can you mother yourself? I made myself a nice meal. I sat here by myself, ate by candlelight. That's when the smoke alarms were going off. But anything to mother yourself, right? And it's meditation, it's self-love, all of the love that you want to give to this, right? You can do that from your elevated frequency, from that place. Probably during the evening hours is when you're going to want to do this energetic work on others. But you're supposed to be giving it all back into yourself. There's magic happening right now. There are huge things happening. I can't even explain. I'm giving you all the information, most of the information that I think that I'm getting here. Okay. So no invitations, no offers, no decisions, nothing. Don't take it. Don't do it. It's a distraction, and it's just going to, again, you're protected, but it's just going to make this process more difficult, okay? Some of you are getting invitations as distractions. I started getting them, a couple weeks ago. The distractions started coming in, and then shortly after that, I realized I gotta close myself completely off. I can't be, there's those energetic boundaries. No, nobody around you. There's going to be a lot of people that want to be a part of what you're doing right now for many different reasons. I'm not going to go into each and every one of them, but it's so, again, this message is so important that you are energetically autonomous, and the people that you are talking to, I've been randomly reaching out to members of my soul family, people who I'm divinely connected with, and basically basically giving them the information that I'm receiving to help them go through their process. Okay. One of the ways is obviously showing up with these videos, channeling the Pleiadians, but there's been certain people in particular that I've been called to share certain messages with, like in private, if you will. So if that's happening to you, do it. Don't question yourself. Don't question yourself. Your guidance here, I'm sure your guidance is divinely guided, right? I'm sure we'll see that card. Let's see. Okay, that's not the card that came out, but we have Mintakin, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. And that's just honoring the feeling that some of you are feeling, right? Because things are getting so intense right now. You're longing for your home planet. You're longing to be connected. And the reason that is, you know what? I just got a message, is because those versions of yourself from different timelines really want to be reunited with me. The amount of healing when I was able to reunite, and the amount of emotion that I felt when I was able to reunite with Roxy was incredibly overwhelming. Okay. And so that's why some of you are feeling this way, because shortly you're going to have that reunion with versions of yourself, and it's going to feel very beautiful. But if you are longing for home right now, that's the reason. That's the reason why. That's straight up the reason why. Anything else? Okay, any other messages here? So, okay, I'm being called to stop the message. Oh, here, finally at the bottom of the deck, we have don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Very important question that each and every single one of you ask yourself right now. Like, now is not the time to be dimming any sort of your being. Like, just accept it. I know it's weird. It may sound crazy. Like, thank goodness, like my energetic cloak, not many people have been contacting me and they'll be like, what are you doing right now? What's going on? Because like, I don't really want to go around and be like, yeah, I'm remembering my past lives. And, I've now connected with a version of myself in a different star constellation. Like, I don't know, like to people that haven't been, actively ascending, like that it sounds crazy. It does. And it's going to feel crazy, because for some of you, you're breaking this energetic barrier right now. Now is not the time to dim to fit in. Accept it, allow it. You're going to be grateful that you did. And all of this energetic trauma that you have went through, not only in this lifetime and other lifetimes, is calling to be released right now. So that way you can purify again your energy center. So that way you can transmit the information that's coming into you in whatever way that is. I'm not going to say each and every single one of you are going to be channels, but like whatever it is, you're going to figure it out. Like I kind of knew throughout this whole journey that, I started really resonating with the Pleiadians at a certain point, and I knew I was a channel in some way, shape, or form. I did not know that there was a version of me, and like, I'm just having this soul remembering. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, oh my gosh, you guys. So I'm going to stop there. This is the information I have. As soon as I have a big bulk of information like this again, or when Roxy wants to come through for a channel, I will share it with you guys. So just be well. And, I'll be sending each and every one of you, like, comment down below if you want me to, like, your name, and continue sending blessings while I'm doing all of this energetic work. Like, I am happy to send you and light blast you, because it seems like it's a power, if you will, that I have. Like, I can really go to remotely where other people are at, and like almost send it out of my heart and my hands, just like remotely. So if you need that, please just comment down below and I'll add you to my list of people that I'm doing in those moon hours. Okay. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Namaste and God bless.